Who comes to you with the idea, hey, you're going to be on pay-per-view doing this?
Well, I mean, we had done the the security for all the big shows, even the pay-per-views. So we had experience at least being involved. But yeah, when they came to me with this, they I guess it had to do with the resemblance factor. But they said we have an idea where we're going to paint you up and you're going to be Sting. And yeah, I mean it was pretty incredible. But this was also I want to say this is during the phase where I was under contract, so they may have been looking more towards doing something with me than the other guys because I was one of the few that did sign a contract. So I guess with the resemblance, at least resemblance from the Crow Sting, he didn't have quite as long hair anymore. But yeah, when they had this idea to go, I was put into that role. Still one of my favorites to this day, but Sting was the one that actually was painting my face. So to hear it from Sting himself, where he's looking at it, he's like, man, it's like looking in a mirror. I took that as a huge compliment from him. So yeah, had a lot of fun with that, and yeah, that's what a lot of people still remember that to this day.
Yeah, do you remember ever someone asking you to like trim your hair a bit just to look a bit more like Sting, or was that just out the question?
No, they never. I would have done it, but they never asked. I think they were looking for the other version. All he had really done. He was still in the outfit, but all he had really done is just cut his hair a little bit.
Mm.
So I think they wanted the. If I remember correct, during that it was the Halloween Havoc of that year, and they were doing a series of different Stings, and so everybody had a different phase of Sting, and I was just more of the Crow Sting. So I think they may have been actually looking for that look, with the longer hair. So at that point, it wasn't an issue at all. But of course, I would have done whatever they asked.
Would you, if they'd asked you to be the flat top surfer Sting, would you have done it?
Well, yeah, I mean, at that point, you have to go with what they want, even if it's for a one night thing. I mean, it would have drastically changed my appearance, but yeah, maybe I would have.
We're skipping ahead slightly, but with Sting, talk about Sting and did you have any interaction with Sting much in TNA? Did you talk to him much backstage? Was he approachable? That kind of thing.
Oh, very, yeah. I remember just small talk with Sting back in the WCW days, but yeah, when he came to TNA, he was, he didn't have quite as much pressure on him as he did those last the dying days of WCW. I'm sure a lot of those top guys were wondering what was going to happen. But yeah, when Sting came to TNA, he was the first huge name that we really had that was there for the company. He was there to perform any way he could to help the young guys, to help the company succeed. And so back then, he was very approachable. I don't think I worked with him much in the beginning, but in later years we did a few things together. So yeah, Sting was great in the locker room.
Mm. Is there anything particular that Sting has taught you, or thought you brought to, or you thought he brought to the table in TNA? Because he was, as far as I can tell, TNA's biggest star, definitely in the early years as well. And I think he was. I don't know. I almost think that more of the attention should have been on Sting and everything built around him. But it seemed like he was just part time, really.
That could have been it. I mean, I don't know the structure of his contract, but maybe he only had a certain amount of dates he was doing. But I feel like they were going to use him the best they could, and he was there to. I mean, he was there to give us credibility. We're an upstart company, very new, but to have the name Sting attached to us, especially so early on. I mean, this was 2002, and WCW just went down in 2001. So that was a really, really big deal for us to get Sting and add some really hard credibility to the company.